How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with another episode on the Caplex SMP server. Yes, welcome back, guys, to another episode and to another episode of Caplex Week. Yes, we are back, and today, guys, it's episode 10 of my Caplex SMP series. So, episode 10 sounds like a good milestone to do a server tour. Yes, it's been a little while since. I don't know if I've done a tour of the server. I didn't actually check, but if I have, then it's been a while since I've done it. And basically, episode 10 seems like a good time to do that. And also, I've got quite a lot of grunt work I've got to do before some of the plans I can do later on this week. So rather than rush things, I'm gonna take the time to show you around this episode. So it's going to be quite a few jump cuts hopping about because I want to try and keep this to a nice clean schedule, but we're going to look around at different things that have been done on the server so far, and I'm just going to kind of show you what it is and give some opinions. So let's start off with spawn. This is world spawn. This is where you spawn to begin with, and as you can see up in the sky here is an iron titan which Pure Spirit made, which unfortunately seems to have broken. I've mentioned it to Pure. It's got quite a bit of iron in there, but I think I went up a little while ago to check the dispenser because he only finished it last night and it was empty. So I presume the nether chunk loader broke, and I'm not seeing many iron golems fall down, so I think it's broken. I filled up the dispenser to try and fix it, but I think something's been done wrong somewhere because the iron golems just aren't coming frequently enough. But oh well. I said to Pure that I'll have a look at that because he's kind of fed up with the project. He's attempted it like 3 times now and it's not quite working. Anyway, as you'll notice as well around spawn, is probably something I should have mentioned first, a huge area has been cleared out around us. Basically, me and Dan decided to clear out a huge area just to allow space to work on projects, and we've kind of smoothed it out so that, you know, you can still get to the coast over there. There's a gap over there and there's gaps over here, so it's nice and open with a few walls which look slightly ugly, but as you can see, that gap there is actually me. That's a project which will probably be coming out tomorrow, so I won't spoil it too much. But it's called the Smeltertron, so I'll leave that as a last thing for, and that wall there is going to have the iron titan storage, so we just need a couple more farms to fill the blank spaces there, and then it kind of doesn't look as obvious as that, but we'll clear that as well. We might just clear that entire island, to be honest. I don't know, we'll have a look at it. But anyway, in terms of what's at spawn at the moment, there's not a lot. There's a load of stuff which I'm going to tear out, to be honest. I'm probably going to tear out a lot of these farms, and I'm going to redo that storage room as well because I've changed my opinion on how we want to do that. So let's not spend too long there because a lot of that's going to change. We'll head over to Spawn Town. Yes, so Spawn Town is our next destination for today's episode, and I know this is going to be quite fast paced, guys, but hopefully you'll appreciate we've got a lot to get through as I go through this episode. So Spawn Town hasn't seen a lot of work recently, but you can see plots starting to develop. So we've got Pure's got a plot there. We've got Lysandra's gold shop, which isn't open yet. We've got the town hall, which needs building. Basically, it's a work in progress area. So the idea of it is that it's a medieval theme, and it's going to be everyone's going to kind of make their own shop here. Not really houses, just shops, which sell different things or do different services. We've got a map of the Spawn Town in general here. So that is I'm not sure whose place that is actually, but you've got Valdrock just out here, and Nightwish isn't on the map, but he's a bit further out that way, I believe. You've got Brizzle's place up the top here, which we may go and visit. Hopefully we'll have time to. And yeah, you can see everything that's going on here inside the town. And you'll see Lysandra's made this map wall here. We did this map not too long ago in one of our episodes, which looks awesome, and then Lysandra's done another 3 since then, and you can actually see these green dots are where people's bases are. So that green dot just up there is mine, and then you've got all of the people around spawn, I think, are on this map here. So it's a good indication of where people are and where we are in relation to people. So we're not too far out, just a couple of big maps away, which isn't too bad. I like a bit of privacy, although Equal's quite close anyway, and he's also made a plot with a massive E on it. But anyway, I feel like we've shown spawn quite a lot, so I'm not really going to spend a lot of time there. We've done our mini game, but you can just check out the video on that if you're interested in it. Brizzle's got a shop here which just kind of has a load of stuff in it, but I'm not really sure what his service is at the moment. It's called a blacksmith, so that could be interesting. But anyway, we're about 5 minutes into the video already, so as Brizzle's place is close, we will run across to it, and we won't do a jump cut, but other than that, I think we're going to be jump cutting across a fair bit. Also, this is the Nether Hub on the server. Oh wow, that's new. Brizzle's put some diamond blocks in his area above. Please tell me that's not solid. Okay, it's not. That would literally drive me insane if that was solid. But yeah, blocks of diamond. Wow, that man does so much mining, it's insane. But yeah, this is the Nether Hub, which I've kind of helped design and done quite a lot of the design for, but it was me, not Lasandra, me, Dan and Brizzle that were doing most of the hollowing out of the area, and then I came up with this idea for the top part. Well, I didn't come up with it. I kind of designed this area for the top part where you put a little area kind of showing off your base. He calls James base, and then it kind of shows off what your area is all about. Some people haven't done it, cough cough Lasandra, but hopefully they will soon. And some people are still sort of working on their tunnel. I think Isis might have finished his tunnel by now, but who knows. And then there's Brizzle just showing off. But anyway, let's go over to said person's base. Let's go over to Brizzle's base and check out what he's got going on. So Brizzle's one of the most active people on the server, along with Lasandra. I'd say the two most active people. So he's got this base here, which we've seen a couple of times before. He's got a lighthouse, which I don't know if I've shown in an episode before. But he's got this nice looking house here, very spacious. Not a lot of furnishing yet. It could do with a bit more work on that. But you can see he's got like his enchanting setup over there, some chests in the corner. He's got a lot of space to work with, to be honest. And you can see down the bottom here, he's got all his farms, and he's actually done a bit of redesign. He's put some hardened clay down, which I think really looks nice. He's got the chicken farm that we made for him here, which the eggs get sucked through, and then it makes this chicken farm down the bottom here, which I think looks pretty cool. But then I would say that I did build it. And then down the bottom, he's just got his mining set up. Not really anything down the bottom as far as I remember. And as you can see, yeah, he's got some chests here. He's got some farms around. But yeah, he's done quite a lot of stuff, to be honest, around. And he's got a lot of the basic stuff that you need. Let's just have a quick look from the outside at the house so we can see exactly what it is that he's been doing, and it looks incredible. He's actually redesigned this place a couple of times, but yeah, this is the design he's done now, which I think looks absolutely amazing. Apparently he's following a tutorial, but I think it looks incredible. He does actually have a channel. The link is, as always, in the description down below, as it will be for anyone who records in general and mainly on the server. I can't remember exactly how up to date the list is, but yeah, we've got a lighthouse here as well, which is hollowed out, and it's clearly quite dangerous. I would shoot, but actually this is wool, so if I miss, I'm going to burn down his lighthouse, which I don't want to do. Anyway, I'm going to head over to someone else's base, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we made pretty good time with the first clip, so let's try and keep up this pace throughout the video. But I just picked the next closest tunnel, which is Nightwish's base. And Nightwish is someone that we haven't really spoken to a lot on camera, but I've spoken to him a couple of times on Community Wednesdays. And this guy is surely the best builder on the server. Oh, actually Milan might contend that, but he's definitely one of the best builders on the server. I mean, this area is so cool. It's just outside spawn, actually. And if I increase my render distance, you could probably just about, yeah, make out the wall just over there. That is the edge of Spawn Town, and that's Valdrock's base, to put it in perspective. So this is Nightwish's area just here, and he hasn't been on the server that long, and he's done so much building. It's incredible. I wish I could build even half as good as he can build. But if you just look around at some of the builds he's done, we won't go inside them all. We might just check out a couple, but he's got this medieval town going on here, and it just looks, it's just insane. Like, to be that good at building and to have done all of this stuff, you've really got to have that vision for, you know, what you want to do and what you want to try and achieve. And yeah, it looks really nice what he's got going on here. He's got all of these farms and buildings down here. I haven't checked this out recently, so this is kind of a shock to me as well, all of the stuff that he's got going on. And you can see that he's got a project going on down the end here as well, which is sort of half done. Not sure if there's anything, no, nothing in the chests, but yeah, he's kind of one of the old school, very good builders on Minecraft, which is, you know, there's not as many of them as you'd think. You'd expect, you know, with Minecraft being primarily a building game, there'd be a lot more builders, but, you know, you don't see people doing these kind of projects anymore, which I think are really cool. But yeah, as you can see, they're even furnished. They've got some stuff in them. And yeah, he's really thought these through, actually. Wow, I didn't realise the kind of detail that he'd have going on here. Maybe I just picked a good example, but he's even got a fireplace down here. This is awesome. I'd love to just spend ages checking this all out, but we are on a time schedule, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Nightwish's base now, and I'm going to head over to somewhere else. Okay, so we're now over what is, according to the Nether Hub, at least Sai and Dan's base, although I'm pretty sure they've moved out, but we'll check this out quickly. So as you can see around here, they've got some farms showing off their area, and they've also got this nice looking start of a build up here, although the way it's floating is a bit weird, but you know, I'm sure that's still work in progress. I'm not sure if they're still inhabiting this, like I said. I'm pretty sure Dan said he'd moved out, but I'm not sure if it's labelled where he's moved to. There's a couple of other portals about, so I'll check them out. But as you can see, this is a pretty cool little room here that they've got going so far, and they've got some really nice start to a base here if this is what they're working on. And this is such a mess, but I wouldn't expect anything less from them really. A little bit of a chicken farm going on, all sorts, but I'm not going to fiddle with anything. This area is actually really cool. This is kind of like my perfect kind of thing, just a cluster of stuff which to anyone else just makes no sense, but to them is probably like a completely logical system for doing everything, which, you know, is how it should be done. And as you can see up the top here is the other part of the base. I kind of agree, going back to that, what I was just saying about things being logical to you. That's kind of what I like about bases. I feel like in some bases you kind of feel like you have to spread things out just so that they get stuff done, but really like you just want it accessible and the way you want it really. But anyway, that pretty much sums up this area as far as I can tell. I'm going to do some people an injustice. I'm definitely going to miss things that they've done. But we'll try our best, and we can always, if people tell me that I have missed things, then I can go back and check them out in a future episode, maybe even later on in the week. But hopefully this just gives a rough overview of what's going on. So I'm going to take a quick jump cut and head over to their mob farm, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so it turns out there was a portal just around the corner, so we're going to check this one out and see what this goes to. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, so we'll just, you know, ride with it and see where it takes us. I'm not entirely I don't know what to expect here. I don't even know which way to look. I keep having my head looking to walls, but yeah, let's see where this goes to. Okay. Oh. That just... okay. That's probably intentional then. Right, so we got this nicer looking area up the top here. Okay, so this may be the base that Dan was talking about. Right, this makes a bit more sense now. So this looks interesting. Let's have a look and see what we've got going on here. So we've got some more farms up here. A nice little waterfall, which just drops down the middle there. That looks pretty cool. And it looks like the start of a house. So maybe this is where they're going to be building next. I'm not entirely sure. But okay, that kind of clarifies that. Okay, so I went to go check out another portal, and it turns out it was the same portal that I was looking at. So I think Dan said to me that they have an epic mob farm, so I'm guessing it's this one over here. So we're going to go and check that out. Oh, that was a good throw. And try and work out how this works and how we can kind of activate it. It looks like to get to it, you'd kind of... oh, let's just get rid of this guy because he's going to scare me otherwise. How would you get to it? Yeah, it looks like there's a ladder up here. Okay, so I'm assuming this has got to be how you get to them. And presumably there's no kind of weakener for them. You just kind of hack and slash away at them until they die. We'll just kill a couple more. We'll kill this guy. If this is the way. Do I have knockback on my sword? Oh, okay, I do. That's probably half the problem. And then you can just grab the stuff here. And then down the bottom, looks like there may be some kind of chest system. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know exactly what the farm is because they don't make any videos on it. But it looks like... aha. Okay, so stuff seems to drop down the bottom here as well. Interesting. Right, okay. I understand now. So, by the looks of it, creepers are dropping straight down and just dying. But obviously, if you don't know, the wither skeletons have feather falling, which is a problem we had with our first grinder. So, I'm imagining what's happening is that you just have them here and then you kill them to get them to die. And that's basically how that works. But anyway, we're running out of time, so we do need to move on so we can check out other people's places. We'll probably have to revisit this one. So, see you in a sec. Okay, so we're now over at Uncle's base, and yeah, he's been busy on the server as well. Hasn't released any videos yet, but he's also been up to quite a bit of stuff. So let's go check out his stuff. It's mainly up here, I believe. I haven't been to his base in a little while. This wasn't the way up before, but I think it's the way in now, hopefully. Yep. So he's got a bit of a base working out here. He's got a lovely view of the surrounding area he's got here. He's got a lovely little valley. It looks really nice actually. And you can see he's got some chests above here. I've used all my ender pearls, so I'll have to get some more at some point. But yeah, he's got a nice little area here so far. He's also got his own wither farm over here. Let's see if we can get across to it. I'm not sure what this path is on the top, but we'll see if we can get over to whatever is going on up here. Let's see what this does. Okay, it's just the path over by the looks of it. Oh. Yeah, I don't think you're meant to be up here. From what I can remember, it always used to be that you just, walk in down the bottom here. And then, as you can see, it's just got a kind of water flow that pushes them into the centre. And then you just whack them and they die and he can get the XP from them. And it's a pretty basic system, but once you've seen one system, you've seen them all. He's got a pretty useful system there. So that pretty much sums up his area. Quickly moving on now because we're running very low on time. So we will check out someone else's area. Okay, so next on our little adventure is Pure's place, and as you can see, he's hollowed out a huge area at his place to build a farm style system. Not a lot actually built so far. He's got a start of a barn here, which looks like it's going to be nice. Quite a clean barn, but it should look good. If you've seen his videos, then it does look good on the Xbox version, so I'm sure it'll look good when he builds it here on PC. But anyway, that is pretty much all that Pure has done so far, so not a lot to show. Also the Titan, which we've already shown. So let's take that opportunity to quickly move on. Okay, so we're now over at Lysandra's main base, which has changed a bit since I've last been to it, if this is the base that I'm thinking of. So we might have to do a bit of exploration quickly here, but as you can see, she's got a copy of the whole map wall here, which will look awesome when it's done. It really will. And this is obviously the area that she's built in, I'm imagining. And if we go along here, I presume this is going to start to be recognisable. Yeah, okay. So this is Lysandra's base. I think we've shown this off a bit before, but she's got quite a few little cool things. She's got that room down there. Then she's got... I thought that would be hidden, but apparently not. Anyway, she's got these kind of small rooms which all link together through like pressure plates, which you can't properly see, which is quite cool. And she's even got this room down the bottom here, which is another very cool room. Oh, she's got a dog. I didn't know she had a dog called Leica. Awesome. And even something down here which I haven't seen before, which is more dogs. Okay, cool. So she's got dogs. I didn't know that there were any wolves about on the server, but she's obviously managed to get some, which is pretty cool. And then there's all of this around here, which looks really cool. Lysandra's got a nice little base, to be honest. I really do like what she's done with the place. Oh, I did that badly. Let's try that again. You can't go... She should really put the ladder on the other side, because then you could just walk straight forward and you wouldn't hit the ladder through the hitbox. But it's not my base. She's got a little guest book here. I think we've already signed it. I think we've been here before and signed it. Let's just check. Yeah. I approve, visited whilst recording. Yeah, I've already kind of summed up everything that I need to whilst talking about this place, and then that just goes up to the surface. So I think I've already checked out her base, so I won't spend too much time here. So let's, and down the bottom there's how you used to get in, but you can now, it's a lot nicer the way she's got it now, so I do like that change. It's just through here, I believe, is where we came from. Yep, just down here, and the nice dark oak little transition. Looks really nice though. So that sums up her base, so let's move on to somewhere else. Okay, so sticking with the theme of Lysandra here, we're now over at her mountain base, which is another thing which is labelled from the spawn chunk, from the Nether Hub. Basically everything we've explored so far has been from the Nether Hub. I have no way of finding people's places otherwise. But anyway, this area looks pretty cool, to be honest. I haven't actually checked this out before, so this is my first time looking around this area, so it's quite nice to see. It looks like we've got some kind of Christmassy tree kind of thing going on the top here. Lysandra's mountain hut. So this looks like a nice little base, some coloured armour stands here, which actually looks really good. I like that effect. And a cheeky little fireplace there. I'd probably end up burning my house down if I tried to do a fireplace, but you never know, I may try one out sometime. And it looks like there's something going on over there as well, so let's go check out that. She's got this interesting looking bridge here, which I'm quite intrigued by. I'm going to try throwing an ender pearl and hopefully not dying. Good start, we haven't died yet. Let's go around the corner then throw another one. I'm not sure what is over here because I haven't, she doesn't record on the server, so it takes actually going and investigating. Oh, stuck on a block, there we go, to actually find out what is going on in her areas. But yeah, it looks like she's got some kind of mob farm going on here, another one I imagine. Everyone seems to be doing them at the moment. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this one works, but let's see what it's collecting at least. So it's probably collecting to this one here. Yeah, creeper farm there, and then this one is a with a skeleton one by the looks of it, just based on the stuff that's coming through. But yeah, you know, kind of standard stuff. Everyone's kind of getting the same kind of stuff done, and she's right out by the world border, which is just there, as you can see. So that's, well, it's not really a world border, but it was where the edge of the custom terrain is. So that kind of sums up her area, I think. So hopefully I haven't missed anything. Let's go over and find someone else's base. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we're now over at SB and Milan's base. They haven't been on properly in a little while, but they've still got a lot of progress done. They were very much a part of the server when it very first started, and they've made this insane area here, which is basically just a huge amount of digging, and a lot of it was done without beacons, to be honest. A lot of this was just Milan grinding away, and yeah, it's insane. But oh, there we go. Let's have a look and see all the areas that they've got here. I didn't actually mean to fall down. I got feather falling so I can make that jump. We're running low on ender pearls. But yeah, they've made this really awesome looking area here with a few little things, 2 stables and bathroom. But yeah, this area looks really cool. It's obviously unfinished to say the least, but hopefully they'll be on at some point to fix and finish some of this off, because it's a really nice start to a base, and it could really do with just, you know, pushing it to the next level. Vines growing, trees, bushes, grassy floor. Okay, so yeah, this is obviously, they've marked where they're going to put some stuff, but they haven't put a lot of it down yet. Anyway, let's go over to their Wither Skull farm and check that out. Okay, so we're over at the Wither farm now, and this is the first Wither Skull farm, and possibly still one of the best Wither Skull farms on the server. Basically what you do, I've shown this off before, you go through here, you AFK, then the Wither skeletons spawn. So let's just go here for a quick hot second and let a couple spawn. So you go through, and whilst you're in here, this door shuts behind you so that you can AFK. They say AFK for 10 to 15 minutes maximum, because obviously you don't want to AFK too long, because then there'll be too many entities and it'll just lag out the server. But basically you AFK for a little bit, and hopefully that's long enough for some skeletons to come through. And let's just make sure the shutters are open. Okay, that should have opened the shutters, I think. That may not have been long enough, but anyway, basically what happens is skeletons fall into here, you close the shutters, then you crush them, and then skulls will come out down the bottom here, and there's loads just lying about which are unclaimed at the moment. Then they've got a XP thing here, and again this looks like it's ready for expansion but not quite been done yet, so I'm sure that'll be done at some point. But anyway, that pretty much sums up that area, so let's move on to somewhere else. Okay, so we've almost completely finished our tour for today now, but here is one of the last places we're going to check out. This is the Enderman XP farm, which is a design I absolutely love. We built it on Highland server, and basically all you do is you just whack these ender pearls and get XP, and then we've got an enchanting table here and an anvil here, but I'm not going to spend too long on it because I have shown it already in another video. So I'm going to take this time to hop over to our last place to check out this episode. Okay, so last but not least for today's tour is my base, which obviously we've seen quite a few times. We've got the main laboratory here, we've also got our grinder there, we've got a Wither Skull farm that we just made last episode over there, which still needs a lot of tinkering, and we've got a fence which goes all the way around, which there's a time lapse in one of my previous videos of me building that. But anyway guys, that is all of the tour done that we're going to do today. We've managed to keep it under 25 minutes, which I'm pretty impressed by, because it's a lot of bases, and I've tried to give a highlight of everyone's bases. But obviously if you want to see any of them in more detail, then just comment below letting me know that, because then I'll go and check them out and maybe get them to tour me around, so that we can spend a bit more time on everyone's bases. If I didn't go to their base, it was basically because I could either not find it, or yeah, actually basically it was just because I couldn't find their base. Because I know Ice has a base and he's been on, but I can't find his tunnel. I think Mega must have a base somewhere, and Eco has a base somewhere near me, but I can't remember where that is. So that's 3 people straight away. Plus we were running short on time. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy this episode, then please do leave a like, and if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything going on. I hope you did enjoy this server tour, and hopefully there'll be more server tours to come at some point in the future, and maybe more in-depth base tours. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.